Among fans, there are various speculations about what really happened between the two BTS members. Jungkook breaks the silence. Jin is shocked. In the now viral video, Jungkook is seen speaking with a serious expression. Although the voice in the video is not very clear, Jin's reaction after hearing Jungkook's words is the main highlight. Jin's initially calm face changed dramatically. His eyes began to glaze over, and soon he shed tears. What made ARMY wonder even more was Jungkook's response afterwards. Instead of looking confused or panicked, this BTS magne hugged Jin tightly, as if she wanted to calm her beloved Hyung. The hug lasted long enough, as if a heavy weight was being shared between the two. The secret message behind the hug that happened between Jin and Jungkook, was not just an ordinary hug. Many fans are speculating that something is being hidden from the public. Some theories that have developed on social media say that this has to do with Jin's emotional feelings that he may not have been able to express before, the fan wrote on Twitter. I feel like Jungkook said something very important, maybe about BTS or something he's been hiding for a long time. Jin is crying for no reason. Another theory is that this hug could be a sign of a deeper separation than expected. As is known, Jin is currently still undergoing military service and will return soon. But is there something bigger going on behind the scenes? Jungkook and Jin's special relationship. Jungkook and Jin are known to have a very close relationship. Although the two often joke with each other, they also have a strong emotional bond. Jungkook, as the magne, always shows respect and care to his Hyung, especially Jin, who is known as the oldest Hyung. In BTS previous interviews, Jin has revealed that Jungkook has a soft side that is rarely shown in public. Meanwhile, Jungkook also admitted that Jin is a figure he really respects and admires. And no wonder, then, that this emotional moment has touched so many people. Jin's tearful reaction after Jungkook speaks suggests that there is something so profound between the two of them. ARMY wondered. Something to hide. While there has been no official statement from the agency or from Jin and Jungkook themselves, speculation continues to grow. Is this related to the future of BTS? Or is there something more personal that Jin is dealing with? Some fans even speculate that this has to do with the challenges faced by Jin during his military service. Previously, it had been rumored that Jin was having a hard time during training. Did Jungkook say anything related to that? On the other hand, there are also those who believe that this may be a message of support from Jungkook for Jin, given that his military service is coming to an end. It could be that Jungkook just wanted to express how much he missed his Hyung. Conclusion: unstoppable emotions despite the growing speculation. One thing is certain, that this moment shows just how strong the brotherly bond between Jungkook and Jin is. Jungkook's embrace was not just a physical gesture, but a symbol of their deep connection. The ARMY can now only wait for an official statement from Jin or Jungkook regarding this incident. However, one thing is clear. This emotional moment has left a deep impression on the hearts of fans. What do you think, ARMY? Is there something deeper behind this embrace? Or is it just an expression of affection between two brothers in BTS? Write your opinion in the comments. The mystery of the secret hug. Jin shed tears after Jungkook spoke. Fact or media sensation? The article previously discussed the emotional moment that occurred between Jin and Jungkook, where Jungkook suddenly spoke seriously, and Jin was moved to tears after receiving a mysterious hug from BTS's magne. This moment immediately became a big discussion among the ARMY and K-pop fans in general. However, the question that still hangs is this really a genuine emotional incident, or is it just a media fabrication to attract attention? ARMY reaction: Haru or doubt? It is undeniable that many soldiers were really touched by this incident. On various social media platforms, many fans expressed their feelings towards the deep interaction between Jin and Jungkook. A fan on Twitter wrote, "I couldn't hold back the tears when I saw Jin crying. I'm sure Jungkook said something that meant a lot to him." Their friendship is amazing. However, on the other hand, there are also those who are beginning to question whether this incident really happened naturally or may have been dramatized by the media. A K-pop forum user wrote his opinion. Isn't this too dramatic? Why is there no direct clarification from Jin or Jungkook? It could be that this is simply exaggerated by the media to create hype. These two opposing opinions create an interesting debate. If this moment is indeed real and sincere, then it is another proof of the close relationship between the BTS members. However, if this is just engineering, does this mean that the media and the K-pop entertainment industry are increasingly playing on the emotions of fans for the sake of certain interests? Is BTS in the media? BTS is not an ordinary group. They are a global phenomenon. Their every gesture and expression is always in the spotlight. Even the slightest moment can turn into big news. We certainly still remember how every interaction between the members is often used by the media to create narratives that arouse the emotions of fans. Not infrequently, news about BTS is given a bombastic title in order to attract more readers and increase engagement. Some questions we might be able to ponder together. Did this happen spontaneously, or was there an element of setup to make it look more dramatic? If this is really an emotional moment between Jin and Jungkook, why is there no direct confirmation from them or from Big Hit? Is it possible that this is the media's way of keeping BTS popular, given that Jin is currently serving in the army and the group's activities are temporarily reduced? If we look at the history of the Korean entertainment industry, it is not uncommon for the media to often take advantage of emotional moments like this to create attraction for fans. However, does that mean that every interaction between BTS members should always be doubted? Hoaxes or reality? How can the army tell the difference? In the digital age like now, it is difficult to immediately believe a news story without doing further checking. ARMY as a smart fandom can certainly be more critical in responding to any information that is circulating. Here are some ways to determine if news like this is true or just a media sensation. Check the source. Does this news come from an official source such as Big Hit or directly from BTS members? Or just from gossip accounts that often exaggerate information? Pay attention to the context. Did this moment occur in a reasonable situation? For example, is there a special event that could trigger Jin and Jungkook's emotions? Look at the visual evidence. Is there a complete video of this moment or just a cut of the clip that could have been edited to make a certain impression? Compare with other news. Do the major media outlets also report the same thing, or are only certain sites exaggerating this news? Conclusion: should we believe? In the end, the truth of this incident remains a mystery. It could be that this is indeed a sincere moment that happened between Jin and Jungkook, but it could also be that this is part of a narrative built by the media to create a stir. As fans, ARMY certainly has the right to feel the emotions of this moment. However, at the same time, it is also important to keep critical thinking and not be easily provoked by news that may not have been fully verified. So, what do you think? Is this a real emotional moment, or is it just a media fabrication to attract attention? Do you believe that there is a hidden message behind the hug, or is this just a deliberately exaggerated speculation? Share your thoughts in the comments.